Hi guys, hello. Kind of doing a bit of an impromptu live stream here. Maybe it's a little bit too late. We'll see if the numbers start to pick up. I was wanting to just touch on a few things. The big thing in the news right now has been with the submarine, the missing Titanic submarine. I mean, it's been a it was since it was it vanished on Sunday. But it wasn't really something that's become like the headline news until really I mean, I didn't see it until today, this morning. I mean, there was I think there were stories about it, but it wasn't like big right there at the I mean, this might not say much about me. I mean, Daily Mail is my go-to. Daily Mail is the go-to for me when it comes to reading news, and it wasn't the big main headline story until today. Um, so with this, they're saying now that there's 20, well, at less than 24 hours worth of oxygen remaining. This story was updated in it was at half nine. I think I did come across something where they said it's like about 12 hours left of oxygen they have remaining. Um, and so this is something that I've just happened to kind of read about. I'm not a big expert on the whole story, but from the chit chatter online, though, some people have some questions about this story. Some people are having some doubts about it. Um, it seems to be some people that in the conspiracy world think that this could be a psyop, that it's not actually true. That's, I mean, it does seem a little bit out there, to be honest. But this obviously is big headline news. I don't I mean, my first thought is with this whole story, something seems a bit odd, but not that this is all one big stage. It's all fake. It's not actually, it hasn't actually happened, but there is some questions there. Um, I just, I think was it X Army Paz had done a video about this. I saw something that he had said something about Titanic. I think he was maybe talking about the CEO James Cameron, was he not, or something? Paz, Paz with his stories, he had something about Cameron, and I think saying that James Cameron's super woke or something, that he doesn't want to employ that many white actors or something like that. But it was something in relation to Titanic, because you've heard about this Titanic thing recently. There's been a documentary about the whole thing. Oh, would Jack have sank? Would he have not But um, but this tweet here about buddy Ash Sarkar, is it Ash Sarkar? When he's lefty woke activists. She tweeted on this and said, if the super rich can spend 250,000 on vanity jaunts 2.4 miles beneath the ocean, then they're not being taxed enough. I mean, this just shows you how kind of cold and callous that she is. And for somebody that says, quote, that she's literally a communist, this type of tweet doesn't surprise me really. I don't know if this will be a tweet that she'll be in any shit for, if anybody will drop her, if anything's associated with. Or everybody will forgive her. She'll just, or simply just get away with it. Because she's on the left, probably means that she'll probably get away with it. I'm guessing, right? The lefties always seem to get a free pass on these things, but that's just how it is, right? It's just one standard for another. So this thing, the submarine cost was £250,000 per person, pounds, dollars, but to go on. But yeah, Asher Carr, though, I mean, the lefties always, you had that with Seth Rogen, who laughed when a Trump supporter got shot. I mean, they really do show themselves as to be real foul and just real heartless. They don't have a heart at all. And they're godless. That's the one thing with them. They have their godless agenda. Um, but so see, this was a bit of an impromptu live stream. I was saying to people that I was wanting to do these um, a bit earlier, but I'll see what happens if the numbers are starting to pick up gradually. Um, let's just give it a minute or two. Du-du-du-du. Uh, some Kara must be here. Where's Kara at? Come on. You can't let me down, Kara. And Maureen as well. Maureen's not feeling well. Maureen's had a migraine. Um, I always just try and get the word out on my Twitter account. Just getting that done now. Get the word out. But if any of you guys, if you guys know a little bit more about the story than I do when it comes to the Titanic stuff, please let me know. Give me a shout. Drop me a message in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are on all this. But yeah, not a lot of people saying people saying Ash Sarkar represents everything that people disliked about Corbynism. Couldn't agree more. Um, but now I guess she's trying to backtrack, right? She's saying it's terrifying, it is awful. It was also totally, completely unnecessary, from the unregulated and uncertified technology utilized by OceanGate to paying $250,000 to go up at a deep sea mass grave. Yeah. So she really just she thinks she's trying to get herself out the hole a bit, but she's not really. You know what I mean? She isn't. Sussex, Tottenham, but remember everyone. People, he's worded this right. He's basically saying Asakar, they're the good guys. What a disgusting piece of scum she is. Jeremy Vine will still have him. I meant to say her on the depressing show though. Yeah, I don't watch Jeremy Vines. I'm not really a fan of Jeremy Vines. Yeah, no worries, Cara. No worries. Just talking about Ash Sarkar about what a cow I think she is, but um, what comes to mind when you hear the name Ash Sarkar? I'm just going to put Heartless Cow on here in my Twitter account. Heartless Cow. Total Heartless Cow. Why not? And put AO Caesar. I'll tag her as well so she sees it. Serves the girl right. Woman right. I use that term woman loosely, but let's see. I wonder what the chitter chat is with this Titanic submarine. Like, guys, I've been really an expert on this story. There's people got little memes about it. I don't know. It was really something to have a meme about when there could be people, people looks like will lose their lives. So 2 hours ago, they said they have 14 hours oxygen draft. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. So it's about 12 hours now. A lot of people are just doing memes about this, but it's not really a funny thing, though. This isn't funny. So 5 people have been stuck inside the Titanic submarine. Don't think these names ring a bell. Paul Henry, Nargot, Stockton Rush, Hamish Harding, Shaza Dawood, Salama Dawood. He was in this 19. Gee. Jeez. I hope. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're billionaires, they could be broke. Yeah, I'm praying for a safe return. And he obviously got asked Sarkar, though, that wants to be funny about it and crack little what's funny, what she sees as a joke, but what? Right. I'll be back in two, guys. Just 1 minute. Back. Back now, guys. Sorry about that. Just something there I had to tend to. Sorry about that. So with this Titanic story, what from what you guys know, what do you think about this? Is this a bit odd? Some people, conspiracy theorists online are saying it's a psyop. What do you guys think though on this? Fill me in on your thoughts on this. It just seems to be a lot of people putting memes online about this, but it's not a funny matter, really. You know, someone who's only 19 years old is on there. You know, hi, Vicky. Hi. Yeah, exactly, isn't it? Exactly right. Yeah, I mean, what was the thing about? Was there not a very? Was there quite a high probability that they weren't actually going to, from this, come out of this and come back? Right? What was the? Was there a certain percentage of the probability? You going into it, they might not come back out of this alive. Hi, Finola. How are you? How's everything? But this is the thing. I mean, it was missing on on Sunday, right? But I don't really remember reading anything about it. Generally, it wasn't a very big front of the Daily Mail until today, though. The one thing I found a little bit odd is it's that I've talked about this before in the live stream. It's that number 33, right? I keep seeing that number 33 appear in a lot of places, right? Um, there was about the thing with the director about going down to try and find, to see, the Titanic ship. And it was something about more than 33 lunges or something. I keep seeing that number 33 in a lot of places. What else did I see it? Was it not that guy? Was it the refugee that attacked? Was it in France? Attacked the grandmother and the young kid? Was like only 9. He was 33. Um, the guy that showed up at Wembley, the Man U fan, back of the shirt, not enough 97. He was 33. There was something else. Was it not some? I can't remember the story. It was some like man who attacked his or killed his wife or his girlfriend. 33. A guy who back in COVID time lockdown was dressed up as Superman, going in supermarkets beating up women. Guess how old he is? 33. That number is showing up in a lot of places, 33. And that's where I do have some question marks about some things. I mean, could all these things purely be a coincidence? Or is there something to this? Some kind of conspiracy here. I think it was them. What was it? It was them. I think it was one of those. What it was the girl from Towie. It was Lauren. It was Lauren Goodyear. I think was it her ex was in a car crash either last week or uh 2 weeks ago. And how old was he? He was 33. And no, he died. It was a crash. It was in Turkey. He was 3 times over the drink drive limit and on cocaine. But this was last year. He died though. This was last year, 2022. But he was at the time he was 33. There's holiday adventure companies cost corners. It's almost like they need to experience the situation. Yeah, Vicky, that's the thing, is it? These people who have money, right? It's not enough, right? Um, it's funny because remember, I don't know if you've guys seen the sitcom Friends, right? And you know when the guy early on, it's an early series of Friends, and remember the guy that Monica dates, who's a billionaire, and he wants to do all these crazy things, and like one of them was it not trying to become a UFC fighter, and there was some other mad shit that he wanted to do, right? And I think was it not when he got into the octagon in the UFC and then got the shit kicked out of him? That was like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? She dumped him. But it was like a sign of these billionaires that do these crazy things, right? It's never enough just to have all this money, comfortable existence, and you know, you don't you don't have to be breaking your back doing stupid shit or things that stressful or could potentially hurt you or you could end up dead. But these billionaires, they thrive on these things. They father and son for all that, right? Yeah, they used to pushing boundaries, Cara. Yeah, because that's what Elon Musk does. Elon, I think, because didn't he become a billionaire with PayPal, and then he ended up losing all his money, and he put it all into Tesla. And then at a certain point he was broke, and he had to borrow money from friends for rent. Yeah, the females are all here. I'm outnumbered for once, am I? Where's Paul at, or John, or even the boy Daddy Alpha, right? Some name, hey, Daddy Alpha. But I mean, with this story, I don't know. It doesn't sound like there's going to be a happy ending, right? This with the submarine missing. I should never assume gender, right? I forgot, Cara. You're identifying as a cat now, right? A lot of them die in motor car racing. Yeah, that's true, Finola. Yeah, he's not exactly a billionaire, right? But look what happened to buddy Michael Schumacher, right? The Formula One driver with the skiing incident. That's horrific. That's he's not going to recover ever. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what it is, Vicky. But I guess they just get bored, right? Um, they at this point they can do anything they want. No one can tell them what to do. So it's like, what's next? What's left? In a weird way, it's like you think, well, Julie, what's left? You're a billionaire. You should go out and enjoy it all. But it must, at some point, in a weird way, get a little bit boring. You've really got to come up with creative ways to kind of, you know, entertain yourself. You know, just keep yourself, just just super motivated. Ready for the next challenge. Challenge. You're the they them. Taking a page out of Sam Smith's book, right? My buddy Sam, right? Fire breathing dragon. I'll identify as a lion. I'll go ahead and identify as a lion. Heart of a lion. There's a seeming curse and nothing to do with the Titanic. Mm. Yeah, and it was a good film. I remember, Vicky. I watched it. I didn't watch the film until I was about 12, but I do remember at the time watching it quite a few times over and over. It was a really good film. Um, I just remember being at secondary school and we were watching it at the very end, and Jack's holding on to with the rose, and Jack, don't go. And but my teacher was loving that. He was just laughing his ass off. Die, Jack, die. It was pretty funny. But it just seems to be more things about Titanic out of nowhere. There's that whole documentary about the James Cameron was involved in, right? And hmm, 1 year, 111 years. Gee, there's maybe something to this, Cara. There's maybe something going on here. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if there's something to that, Vicky. I mean, if there's a is there maybe something behind the name Titanic as well? Or yeah, the Titanic sank 15th of April 1912. Hmm. It's a good movie though, isn't it? I mean, they all did a good job, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, Billy Zane. He was good as the villain, wasn't he? I always remember that scene. And I didn't fully appreciate it until I was older. It was just that very quiet way when, when he got the guy Billy Zane's character got Rose away in the boat, and Jack was there, and he was like, "Oh no, there'll be an arrangement, me and Jack." And then remember when they're just very quietly, Jack goes to him, he's like, "There's no arrangement, is there?" "Oh yeah, there is," he says. Billy Zane's character, "Not that you'll benefit from it. I always win, Jack, one way or another." I don't know. I'm a big fan. I'm quite big fan of movie villains, and he was one that I quite like. To be honest with you, he did a good job in that Billy Zane. Um, Took more than 70 years to find the Titanic. Titan has no chance. Yeah, it's not looking good. I'm not that I would get a joy out of my prediction coming true on this, but it just isn't looking good with a submarine. Um, the capsule is also called Titan. Ah, right, right. Yeah, but it was also something weird, Vicky, with that 33 number being associated with that. And that's something I've seen, and there's been a few things i- in the past week or so. I've noticed that number cropping up again and again. Needle in a haystack, right? Yeah. I'm just looking at tweets people are saying here. Someone said this Titanic is mad as shit. Five billionaires paid $250,000 each to get an up tube controlled by a PlayStation controller and had one light, no GPS. And the funniest thing is, I had no windows, only a computer screen. Now tell me that's not batshit crazy. Interesting. I mean, yeah, numerology, Cara. Yeah. Numbers are important to these people, and it's all about the knowledge. Remember, but yeah. Hi, Julia Cass. How are you? You doing good? We're just discussing a bit about this, the Titanic, the missing Titanic submarine. What do you think? Two pilots, three passengers. Duocast. One of the Duocast has got some stories on any celebrities for us. I think it's 12 hours of air. Duocast now. 12 hours. Um, I think, well, that's the thing, Vicky, right? I mean, their life must be kind of flashing before them, right? And they must be thinking, they must be thinking that something like that, that at that moment you just want air, right? At that moment when you just want air to breathe. That's all you're thinking about. Screw all the riches you have. Area is supposed to be very deep. Mm, hmm. And there was something you guys may have seen this a few days ago. The scumbag in France, Bordeaux, who attacked the grandmother and the young girl, said he had previously been arrested 50 times. Like, good grief! And again, he's still going out and about terrorizing, bloody freaking attempted kidnap. Right? Just what a piece of shit. Good chance it's imploded. Meant to be seven failsafe systems on board. None have been used. 13,000 feet down, 2.5 miles. Are people saying, Carrot, that that's not good at all? That's too much, 2.5 miles, right? I mean, as I say, I'm not a big expert on these things, like, but no, Julie Cass, my channel hasn't vanished. I don't know, you might not see it so much now with the algorithm because I'm not talking about Philip Schofield all the time. That's maybe why I haven't seen any of my videos pop up or my live streams. Um, yeah, quickly then slowly, vanilla. Yeah, absolutely. And it's not something you should be thinking about, but this will be something. The Titanic submarine, they'll probably make a movie out of it, right? There'll be something, There'll be the only Stephen Mackey you could find was a Christian singer. All right, interesting. Yeah, fellow Stephen Mackey. Fuck, I don't know if you can't find me. That's very odd, right? Well, I hope that wouldn't mean that YouTube is bloody shadow or. Do you subscribe to the channel though, Julia Cass? Hmm, that's weird. Yeah, it's weird because I look up my channel from here. I look up my channel from here, and then it doesn't show. But yeah, it's been available, kinda. That's what I think. It's weird, but Enigma Star. Hey, you pay 250,000 to see a game controller and a wee submarine walk away. Jeez, yeah, it's just it's madness though. But some of the things that they'll do because it's like they'll be in these like certain circles of like other billionaires, and it becomes like a keeping up with the Joneses type thing, Enigma Star. It's like, oh, we did this crazy thing. We've done, buddy, whatever it is, parachute. Oh no, we've got to top this. We got to do this mad shit. Go to space or whatever, buddy, motorbikes or whatever the hell people do, right? I mean, I wouldn't get into that stuff. I wouldn't take the risk on a motorbike. No, too many stories of people that have crashed. That guy Lawrence Fox crashed with, yeah, I think his shoulder, broke his ribs. He's still very much in permanent pain. Um, I wouldn't want to take that risk. Yeah, one uppers, elite clubs, Fanoa, absolutely. Yeah. But it is a bit weird with this YouTube shit though. It was showing up when I look at my channel, it's like no views on Andrew Tate stuff, or so I don't know if they potentially try to suppress my stuff, or maybe it's just playing up YouTube. That's a bit weird though. Do you think they've shadowed me, Julia Cass? Do you think so? Well, there was that whole thing, wasn't there, about well, Penny Bunny, right? She's been on Penny Bunny's channel's been on Simon Schofield's radar, right? And he's threatened legal action, right, if he keeps talking about her. So I don't know if she's going to take the risk now speaking more about this stuff on Schofield or not, but take 6 hours to rescue everyone from the ISS. Professionals are saying they'll need a medical to find it in a couple of days. Hmm. Vanilla just getting shorts on my channel. Fuck, you don't think they've shadow banned me, have they? Hmm. I mean, I've been kind of like been able to game the system and get my videos monetized mostly, but I don't know. Maybe they've done something. Yeah. The Kursk submarine vanished 4 years ago. Russian nuclear submarine. All right. And look up here, the Titanic, ISS. Yeah, some people are quite critical and don't really have no sympathy. Someone's tweeting here saying, so you have $1 billion and you want to risk your life taking a joyride to the Titanic or going to space in the ISS. Here is a tougher challenge: solve the homeless problem, cure society's ills, or solve climate change. But then, as a billionaire, you're a taker, not a giver. Hmm. Interesting. What what year ago exactly was this with the Russian submarine? I can look. Submarine. August, was it August 2000? Right? Did a movie about it? Hmm. They won't be able to rush in at surface because the occupants will get decompression sickness. Yeah. I see something here about 2000, off of August 2000. That been another one with the same name, or yeah, it's coming up 2000. Yeah. So another thing I was wanting to talk about, yes, so Scotland. Scotland did it yesterday. Beat Cyprus 2-0 in the football. So 12 points. That's 4 games unbeaten in the qualifiers. Looks like that we'll be on our way to the European Championships next year. I mean, I don't think, I mean, could we fuck it up? I mean, it's Scotland. We've done it in the past, right? And we've really struggled and never got past the group stages in the World Cup or the Euros, but it's looking really good right now. I can't see us messing up. Um, we still be Spain. They've got 2 games in hand, but I think it's looking pretty good, like a strong, solid goal difference. It looks like we're going to remain top and get right to the European Championships. So yes, hashtag we can win, right, Cara? Yep, Joey Cass, we did it. They raised the curse, however, all were dead. Russian submarine, right? I'm just looking at here. Nuclear powered Project 949 anti submarine sank in an accident 12 August 2000 in the Barents Sea during first major Russian naval exercise in more than 10 years, and all 818 personnel on board were killed. Gee, jeez. Yeah, 2000. Yes, yeah. Why is there no communication? Especially when you're going on a submarine and And there's these things that have happened before with the Russian submarine and other things, and you think they would have thought this is this and just thought assess the risk and thought, God, no, this is way too risky, you know. But creepy journey to make, absolutely, yeah, yeah. Not one. Well, it's funny, Joey Cast, because I've got asthma and I get it real bad. I kind of grew out of it, but I get it bad in the summer. I don't know if it's to do with the pollen count or whatever, but I got it real bad a few years back, and then I had a bad asthma attack. I had to go to hospital. I was quite fortunate that was, they took good care of me. It was the NHS. Initially, they told me that I was going to stay overnight, and then 3 hours later, they came in and said, "Nah, you're good. You can go." That's our beloved NHS for you. But I had a bit of a bad one. Well, I was not breathing well earlier on, but I had my inhaler, and then I was much better. It's just, yeah. Why would a 19-year-old want to go on at Julia Cass? I don't know. If it was one of those things like you wanted to tick off your bucket list as like things to do before you die, it's like I could kind of understand that. But just a 19-year-old kid, it's like, gee, how cold it must be. Yeah, good grief. Yeah, yeah. Buried alive, feels sick, right? Absolutely, Vicky. Yeah. For Noah, I'd said his father talked him into it. Yeah, because the father was on, right? Yeah, I've just got a bad feeling about this Cara. Yeah, I know. Uh, a touristy thing? Is it really? And bolted in from the outside. Gee, not good. I put in my video on Twitter, and it is a lot of must be a big topic, obviously, because a lot of people are clicking on my viewing my tweet. And again, I didn't see this until this morning. The story. I mean, I've seen little, but I didn't. It wasn't like a big thing, a big headline. Um, so even if by some miracle they reach the surface, they cannot get out until someone sees them. There's no chance, no communication after 1 hour 45 minutes. Right. No chance at the depth. It took nearly 8 years to find Titanic. No way they're going to find a wee submarine. Right, right. That's the thing, right? Um, yeah. There is something about this story that does. It's odd, but I'm not going to say this is all like staged or a psyop. But there's some couple of things. It still feels a bit odd though. Like it doesn't fully add up though. It said here, yeah. So James Cameron was also trapped for 16 hours when he went down to see the Titanic. And yep. So on marca.com, right? How many times did the filmmaker go down, James Cameron? You guessed it, 33 times. 33, they love that number. It's it's not even classed as a submarine because it needs a support ship. It's submersive. If the hull was breached, then they won't have felt anything. Here's though the he went down. He said he went down 33 times and was trapped on one of those occasions for 16 hours. It's the article here with James Cameron. Shipwreck was found in 1985 by Robert Ballard. Robert Ballard. Robert Ballard, American naval officer. So he's 80 years old, retired American naval officer. So his thing was really underwater archaeology, right? Maritime archaeology, archaeology of shipwrecks. Battleship Bismarck, USS Yorktown. JFK's PT 109 and 02 as well. Respect for the oceans. If hull was breached, it would have squashed into the size of a tin can due to enormous pressure at the bottom of the ocean. But we're talking now 11 hours, right? With oxygen remaining, right? 11. We'll be going now 11 hours. So reading here, Daily Mail. Ultimately, is down to the submersibles to get eyes on Titan if it remains on the seabed or trapped within the Titanic's wreckage. Submersible was thrown at a Buffalo Niagara International Airport on Monday. 9 a.m. tomorrow, Cara. Right. A tourist thing. Gee. So yeah, so this Titan tourist sub, yes. Submersibles lost 1 hour 45 minutes into its dive Sunday afternoon, according to U.S. Coast Guard. Equivalent to about 6 average-sized cars, diving to depths of 4,000 meters, which they say according to Ocean Gate with a comfortable safety margin. And it uses Elon's Starlink satellite technology to communicate. They're saying here, though, this is The Guardian, by the way, though it is unclear if that was the cause of the loss of contact. The company, Ocean Gate, they were tracking the Titanic's decay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you're saying Julia Cass, you wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't care how much money, right? I'd have. I wouldn't want to do that. No way. I'd maybe go like maybe I would go up on a hot air balloon, right, and go around the world, right? Maybe that, right? Even then, there's risks there, right? But with this submarine, though, like, no. Find the sea very scary, yeah. I'm not really a sea person in general, Julia Cass, you know. I've been on boats before and that, and I've like I'm kind of almost like get seasick, you know. I was like one time when I was a kid, like this close to getting seasick, and then thankfully the boat stopped, got right off it, and I didn't feel so bad. And I even get car sick at times, bus sick. I'm not good with that. Professional news won't enter the submersive on dry land in a warehouse. Ah. You think they think they would have that these risks would have been assessed properly, though, right? Taking the ferry to France. Don't know if I could go on a ferry, Julie Cass. Don't know if I could do that, mate. Live in the northeast, have to fly everywhere. Yeah. Also, so I had mentioned about Andrew Tate, right? So there was supposed to be an update earlier, was it not, with this Andrew Tate stuff, right? Was it today he appeared in a Romanian court in Bucharest. He had his 6 bodyguards with him. So him and his bro Tristan appeared in a Romanian court after being charged with human trafficking, rape, forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women. So the siblings, along with 2 Romanian women. There's 7 alleged victims. False declarations of love and transporting them to take part in pornography. Yeah. We already know he's admitted this, Andrew Tate, about pretending to fall in love with him. And so Andrew Tate's been actually accused of raping one. Tristan has been charged with instigating others to violence. And of course, both vehemently denied accusations. That seems to be the main update on this. But you got something now about Jordan Peterson and